Can't trust it.
No,
Can't trust it. Can't trust it. Can't trust it.
no. Extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, there are certain things that I can be told. And when I have a reference for something like that that's somewhere in the realm of possibility, I may not have a problem accepting that. But when you tell me something that is so fantastic, something that does not happen in the everyday world, something that people do not see every day, or people have never seen, and you tell me such an event took place, it is not enough for you to say, well, if you want proof, just look in the Bible. First of all, the validity of that particular text is in question. Please believe it's in question. Nothing in there is a foregone conclusion, or very few things in there can be looked upon as something that stands on firm ground. Especially things that deal with the fantastic and supernatural. Things that we don't see. If you tell me that my nephew ran out in the middle of the street and got hit by a car, I don't know whether or not that actually happened just because you told me that, but I do know it's in the realm of possibility because people run out in the middle of the street and get hit by cars every day. But if you tell me that a guy got swallowed by a whale, survived for 3 days, and then was coughed up on the shore, lived to tell about it, I'm going to have to see some more evidence than a book written thousands of years ago by post-Bronze Age nomads. That's what I mean by extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. You're going to have to prove that with a lot more than just this book that confirms itself. Sorry. To me, that's not evidence. If you come to me and tell me that a virgin gave birth, that's an extraordinary claim, and I'm going to need to see some extraordinary evidence. If you tell me that the universe, well, I'll take that back, the earth, at the very least, we're going to stick with the earth. The earth was created in 6 days. That's an extraordinary claim, and I'm going to need to see some extraordinary evidence of that claim. If you tell me that someone merely blew a horn and walls fell down, that's an extraordinary claim. And I'm going to need to see some evidence of that claim. Some extraordinary evidence, not some preponderance of the evidence. No. And that's what I mean by extraordinary claims demand extraordinary evidence. If you do not have that evidence, you can come to me and tell me any story you like. And you are welcome to believe it. But do not be upset with me when I do not accept it. And don't have this puzzled look on your face. Well, why isn't he believing that? Because it's a fantastic tale. And no one in their right mind would believe it. The only people that do tend to believe those fantastic tales are people that are trapped in your particular bubble of delusion. See, in your particular bubble of delusion, all of those myths and legends make sense because all of you deluded people believe that. However, when you look outside of that bubble and you see somebody else saying something that's fantastic that does not exist within your bubble of delusion, you're quick to call them out. That's not true. If a Muslim was to come to a Christian and say, well, Muhammad, on the night of power, ascended up to the heavens on the back of a animal that had the body of a mule and the face of a man, and the head of a man, you go, that's ridiculous. If a Muslim came to a Christian and said, well, in the Hadith, Muhammad pointed at the moon and the moon cracked in half, the Christian would say that's ridiculous. Yet when the Christian comes up to a Muslim and says, well, Jesus levitated into the heavens, do you expect anybody outside of that bubble of delusion of yours to accept that? Cut the crap.